Okay, so this practical is looking at investigating the rate of decay. And the first thing I'm going to do is add 5 mils of lipase solution to my boiling tube. But before I do that, I'm going to label it so that I don't get confused. So I'm labeling my smallest boiling tube lipase because my bigger boiling tube, I'm going to need to add a few solutions. Okay, so I've labeled my boiling tube lipase, and now I'm going to add 5 mils of my lipase using a syringe into my boiling tube. Make sure that's on the meniscus. Okay. Right. Then, with my biggest boiling tube, I'm going to add Cresol red solution first of all. However, I'm going to label this one milk. Okay? Right. So this time I'm going to add 5 drops of my Cresol red solution to my milk boiling tube. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Right. Now my next step, I'm going to add 5 mils of milk to my milk tube where I previously added my Cresol red solution. Like so. And then, and remember I said there's a reason we're using the largest test tube for this one because we'll be adding a few more things. I'm now going to add some sodium carbonate to my milk tube as well. This time my volume will be 7 mils, so a bit more this time. So what you can see here actually is that this solution is beginning to turn like a pinky purpley. This is showing us that it's alkaline, okay? Because we've added that sodium bicarbonate. So actually Cresol red in alkaline conditions turns this purpley pinky color. So now I'm going to set up my water bath. I'm just going to use a thermometer and a beaker, like so. And I'm going to use a temperature of anywhere between 20 and 60 degrees. Here's some water boiled earlier. And I'm just going to pour that in carefully. Be careful to make sure no hot water splashes on me. So I'm just going to use my thermometer now to make sure we're at the right temperature. Remember, we went anywhere between 20 and 60 degrees Celsius. So if it goes above that, then we're just going to wait for the water to cool down. Currently it's about almost reaching 70. Once this has gotten to the temperature that we need, I'm then going to place the test tubes inside. Right, so our water bath has now reached a temperature of 60 degrees. And what we're going to do now is add our boiling tube that was labeled milk. And we're also going to add a second thermometer inside our boiling tube labeled milk and wait for the milk to reach the same temperature as the water bath. So we want the contents inside, so our milk solution inside to also reach 60 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the contents of our milk tube has now reached the same temperature as the contents of our water bath, or well, we just have water in the water bath. Okay, so now we're at the same temperature. So before I do the next step, I'm just going to clearly explain. So what we're going to do next is we're going to actually add 1 ml of our lipase, which we prepared earlier in our boiling tube. We're going to add 1 ml of lipase to our milk tube. Okay, as soon as we've added that 1 ml, we're going to need to use our stop clock. We're going to need to press start on our stop clock. Okay, and whilst that's happening, we're going to stir our milk tube until it turns yellow. Okay, so I'll say that again. We're going to add 1 ml of lipase using our 1 ml syringe and our lipase that we prepared earlier. We're going to add that to the contents of our milk tube. Press the stop clock as soon as you've done that, and then we're going to stir the milk tube until it turns yellow. And once we've seen that color change, we're going to press stop on the clock, and then we can record how long it took for it to turn yellow. Okay, so I'm going to remove this now just so we have a bit of space to add our lipase. Remember, we want just 1 ml of the lipase solution. Okay, so stop clock ready, lipase solution ready. I'm going to add this. Once I've added that, I'm going to press start, and I'm also going to stir it with my stirring rod. So here we go. Okay, so what we should see is our milk turn to a yellow color, okay? This should signify that our Cresol red solution is now in acidic conditions. It should turn yellow. However, what we can do, just to double check and make sure we do have those acidic conditions, we're going to use a pH probe. And we know that acidic conditions can be anywhere between 0 to about 6. So we can just test this now. Okay, so we're on about 6.95, so just under 7. So I would say it's only slightly acidic. If you can see them, if you can see the numbers there. Yeah, slightly acidic. Right, so that's the end of our investigation of the rate of decay practical. What you would do is do the same experiment 4 more times with 4 different temperatures, and also record your results in the table. And then from there, you would draw a graph, and you'd also make sure to calculate your mean. Great, thank you.